I would like to share something with you that I discovered on my own by accident, and then another little piece of detail that I looked up that was very similar to what I had accidentally come across on my own. When we go to Old Villador in the Trinity section at night, and we go all the way back to the bazaar, there's a light here, a UV light. You can aggro one of those howlers and then just step back in and out of the UV light in order to not end the chase. You'll get a bunch of tokens. You can also do it here at the Metro, the Holy Trinity one, which is where I'm at. This is the one that I researched, and I want to show you the concept is the same for both. It's usually going to be a howler there down below. So this is the entrance right here. It's very important to understand this here. This isn't like one of those ones where you like jump through the wood. When you step out, you'll notice that it's still white, the timer at the top. That's very important because that means the chase is still on. Anytime you're in the pink slash purple, fuchsia, whatever, and you're protected by the UV light, if you stay in here too long, it'll end the chase. When you go on top here, on the wooden part, you're actually protected, and when you're here, you're not protected. So what you can essentially do is if you get overwhelmed, you can just kind of dodge back or walk back onto the platform. They'll all get stunned and rinse and repeat. So let's get into it. First thing you want to do is, bring this guy over. Don't kill him. We need him. These guys don't attack. They just howl. And anytime you notice that you're starting to lose your chase, it's blinking, you don't see anybody actually coming at you like with the arrow, you want to start running down. See? They get stunned. But you don't want to stay in here too long, like I said, because that'll end the chase. You just want to do that in case you're getting overwhelmed. Nobody can come up behind you because they'll get stunned. That's kind of the beautiful thing about this one right here. It's kind of like just like a nice little place to sit tight. Don't even bother looting anything because everything's going to be lootable once you're done. Remember not to kill the guy for the chase. You want him to stick around. You can maybe, clear out a few of these guys. Again, you don't have to always run away from them, especially when there's only one. These guys don't do a lot of damage. The volatiles that chase 3 and 4 is absolutely crazy. And this is where usually people will suggest that you actually go inside the tunnel, which I will... Oh, there you go. Quickly go into the white so that you don't end the chase. You definitely want to start coming back. See, now we're at level 3. Oh, snapping pineapple. If you get overwhelmed or you're scared, again, holy jeepers. They can't reach you, like I said. But the other ones, the volatiles, I think those are the ones there. They're nasty. I can never kill them. Ever. I mean, sometimes I can. But if you stay in the purple too long, you'll end the chase. You don't want that. But, as you can see... Oh, shit on a stick. Oh, I'm scared now. Come down here. You don't want them... You don't want the chase to end. Anyways, so this you're going to have to figure out on your own. Like I said, you're going to have to literally try and gauge how to do this. Because these guys, they're relentless, these guys right here. But this is how you farm. See what I mean? This is what happens when one of them gets on you. You actually die. Okay? But as we saw, I did kill one. So you could play around with on top of, the train station. You could play around with inside the train station. Again, it's the one right next to the bazaar. Because again, we either want to farm right outside here where the UV light is, or go here. So we're just going to go back. I'm also going to show you that my loot, if all goes well, should still be there. So this gives you the basic idea. I'm just not good at the whole kiting back and forth, the in and out. But you'll notice trophy, rare, trophy, uncommon. Look at that. So even if you die, don't be afraid, because in dying, I'm also showing you this here. All your loot is waiting for you. We just picked up another rare. And then again, we've got that howler that is still there. We got, look at this. I think I did okay for myself. Is there a better method of doing this? My method that I discovered on my own, proudly, like the location, I want to say it's equally as good. This one's just different, if that makes any sense. But it's more or less the same thing. But now that I've already done that, I want to show you the next part to this. And the reason why I want to do that is because there's kind of like a little special thing, especially when it comes to reaching the end of the night. There's something very unique that happens. I'll show you that. So again, these doors here, right? You can just back away here. The whole section behind the beams. Okay, right next to the bazaar. I do this and I take my time because I want to make sure that you see where I'm at. Again, we were just here. Now I'm over here. And just up over here, where my cursor is actually where a lot of the infected will run away from, and they'll run northwest. You could start farming a bunch of them as the night ends. So now what we want to do for this one is we want to go and hunt the howler, which is normally, it's making a liar out of me. It's normally over here, but it's not. Maybe it's a different spawn. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's too early in the morning. If you want to stick around. But where I just was is where there's usually a howler. And then again, you would just cause the chase. You would run over here. And anytime you go behind the bar, again, there's that circle that goes pink. That means you're protected in this whole section. You will end the chase. Once morning comes at 7:30, like now during a chase, you're going to see a bunch of them spawning from underneath this truck. Right where I am, jumping over the wall. And they're not running to you. They're running away from you, actually in this direction over there. That is where they're heading. And they're just kind of like all oblivious to your presence. And I can usually sometimes smack a good dozen of them or so. For some reason, it didn't all work in one run, but this is where it happens. Again, like I said, under that truck, over that wall. I think there's some that even crawl out from under there. And if you want to stick around for that video, or for that part of the video, I can show that to you. But I like to go into great detail with trying to get to the point as fast as possible, because I think it's really important that I showcase this so that people just have a clear understanding of what's going on. Again, you're over here, you're not protected. You dodge over to the right, you're protected in the UV. So when you get overwhelmed by a bunch of infected, you're okay. If you want to get the rare you know, like the volatiles. I would probably argue that the train station one is maybe a little bit better from my luck that I've had, which, as you can see, is really not all that great because I'm just not really good at doing this. But I don't need to be good at something to show you how to do something, right? I'm giving you the ball, you take it, you run with it. I was just taking a sip of my drink there. And we're going to head out. Helps if, my goodness, disoriented much? We're going to go out and we're going to go the other way. And we're going to see if we can do what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you could just die. Just die. And it'll probably respawn it again anywhere sort of like around here, just behind the gate, in the vicinity of that light. And you're safe here. It stuns them. Use that to your advantage. Generally speaking, the Howler's a little bit further away, which is... See? He's right there. Which is why I think generally people like the other one. The one that's on top of the metro. Whereas this one, you got to run really far away from them. And sometimes you got to run out to make sure that people are, in fact, chasing you. Otherwise, if there isn't much... Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you even vaccinated? Okay, so we got a couple of people. Watch this. Watch. Boom. And I dodged into the post. That's always a smart move. But as you can tell, this is pretty decent. He just stunned himself. Because he's an idiot like that. Nope. Not happening. But again, use your judgment. You don't want to be in there too long. You can also hook them. Give them a curb stomp. That was an epic fail. This is what happens when I talk and I try to show off. Things never work out the way I'm trying to have them go. But you know what? That's okay. Holy mamma mia. A little bit too much for my comfort there. Always make sure you've got people chasing you again. That's very important. Otherwise, the chase ends. Get out of the pink, even though he wants to stay in there, okay? You want to get in the white as long as possible. Because they can't keep up with you to keep the chase on, is really what it is. And again, level 3 and level 4 is when the real madness comes with the volatiles. I don't think I've ever been able to kill a volatile from this area. Again, your mileage may vary. So, that's why I'm still showing you the 2 locations. Again, you don't need to loot. These guys really don't do that much damage, especially on easy. Don't go too far. And don't worry about your loot. They get stuck in there. Scorpion them out like you would in Mortal Kombat. Now, I would say once it hits 3, like right now, quit playing around now. Because it's gonna end. You want to make sure you run out, because you want to... Uh-oh. Ah, there he is. Piss on that. Yeah, you see? Nah. Oh, snap-a-rooney. You don't want them Oh, join the party. Where did that guy go? Yeah, I think I botched it. Well, maybe botched it's a bit of a strong word, but I wasn't able to successfully annihilate the volatile. But we still saw another way of being able to attract them. The problem is the bubble, if they jump, and they grab you, you're done, which is why I would lean towards going as far. The metro station location is probably the better of the two. Again, it's the only place that I've ever successfully killed a volatile. Still got a rare. I always get a rare. I don't know how that works, but I think it's only the volatiles that drop them. Just kind of scan around, make sure I picked up all my shit. See, another rare. So we are getting the rares, even though we're not killing volatiles. Not 100% sure how that works. Here it is either way. Hopefully, this video is of some use. For the sake of credit, I will link the YouTuber in which I got the Metro method from. Whether or not he's the one who invented it or not, I don't frickin' know. I don't really care. But this method here, I'm proud to say, I figured this shit out on my own. It's kind of obvious too, though, right? Because you know that the UV ends the chase, and you're like, well, wait a second. There's a UV spot here. What if I just go in and out, in and out? They get stunned. What if I aggro a bunch of them, right? I mean, you kind of end up figuring out on your own. So, as a lot of other people already have. So there you have it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. And I'll make sure one of those volatiles grab you by the gonads and essentially changes your gender in a matter of moments. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally that would be great now, wouldn't it? But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.